Okay, so let's do a review of Chapter 4, Phase 2 book. Back questions starting with number 1. The land planning in Ontario is governed by legislation at federal, provincial, and local levels. Is that true or false?
True.
That is true. Yeah, because all three levels are involved.
Yeah.
Number 2, a region, county, or district would typically be a lower tier municipality in the two-tier structure found in many parts of Ontario.
True.
No, that would be false because it's asking you a region, county, or district would be typically a lower tier.
Yeah.
It's a upper tier because
So what's lower tier?
the first thing that's going to happen in Ontario is that you would go to region appeal, right, in Brampton. So if you went to City of Brampton, you go to region appeal, that would be the district. Same idea. So that's upper tier actually.
So what's lower tier?
Lower tier would be like smaller offices that are not representing the city, right? That are like, say, where you go get stickers for like garbage bags or something like that, right?
Okay.
Things like that. Number 3, the provincial policy statement now in effect in Ontario generally discourages urban sprawl.
What does urban sprawl mean?
Urban sprawl means the distance between buildings to be spread out more and more instead of being close together. So what do you think about that?
True.
That's true.
There's
policy promoting like intensification of it's basically to discourage urban sprawl so everything can be closer and easier produced together.
That's not really different.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's like they just want all the bad people in one area. It's just like, yo, go and get stuck in that area, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Now, number 4, the Ontario Municipal Board only hears matters concerning land planning and is not involved with other legislation.
False.
Yep, that's false. Because at present, Ontario Municipal Board is referred to over 70 public statutes, right?
Yeah.
Number 5. Committees of adjustment are rarely involved in issues concerning non-conforming uses.
False.
That's false, completely. They're totally involved with that because they do the minor variances. So if you need a minor variance that's involved with a non-conforming use and they want to grant a consent, you're going to go to the Committee of Adjustments right away for that. Number 6, municipalities use the official plan to assist in forecasting both the size and location of future development.
True.
Yep, that's true. Absolutely. Number 7, the power to grant consents to convey is usually vested either in a Committee of Adjustment or a Land Division Committee.
True.
Yep, that's true. The Planning Act permits the entering into of an agreement of purchase and sale that is conditional upon the procuring of a consent to convey.
True.
Yeah, that's true. So this one, the buyer and seller that to sign an agreement of purchase and sale conditional upon obtaining the necessary consent, always. Right. Number 9, a plan of subdivision is normally required where more than 2 or 3 lots are to be created.
Subdivision is
plan of subdivision is 3 or more, but remember that we have some exceptions in like downtown Toronto, those kind of very tight places. You can still do 2 or 3 lots. Because remember, like we could take one house and build a semi and make it into 2 lots, right? It could be classified as a subdivision. It's saying that a subdivision is normally required where more than 2 or 3 lots are to be created, right? So 2 could be a possibility, but over 3, for sure, it's automatically subdivision. So it says usually. So the question is kind of trying to see if you're paying attention to it or not, but that would be true. That's right. Okay, number 10, an individual seeking a consent to sever would rarely be required to include a sketch of property boundaries along with the application. So if you wanted to make a request to sever a property, do you not have to submit a sketch of the drawing of what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Do you or not?
Yeah.
You do? It says you don't here. So what do you think is this? True or false?
False.
It's false. I don't see how any department would be able to look at anything if you didn't have a drawing. How would they know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Number 11, the requirement to publish a notice in a newspaper is one aspect of overall approval process for a plan of subdivision.
In the newspaper?
Yeah. So if you're going to build 50 houses in a subdivision in Brampton, so you go to the Brampton Guardian newspaper and publish it that this subdivision is under planning process to let the city know that, so no one has an objection.
So then if you complain, you can say something.
Yeah, but so you'd have to publish it in the newspaper. It's asking you, is that a good idea?
Is that a good idea? For
the process to give public notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. It is. Number 12, a plan of subdivision must be registered in the applicable land registry office as a final step in the approval process. You know this answer very well, yeah. It's absolutely true.